It's your girl Brittany, and today I have somebody very special. Alex Newell, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Okay, so you have some things going on.
So many things.
Besides acting.
Yes.
And being fabulous.
And fierce.
Music.
Yes.
Nobody to love.
I know, you're tired.
I love it.
Thank you.
Well, for two reasons. Okay, I'm really obsessed with Charlie Wilson. He's my uncle in my head.
Okay.
Like, that guy.
Okay.
Yes, and I demand that he sings at my wedding.
Oh.
Because,
you're
like,
kind of like me. I demand that Beyonce sings at my wedding.
Exactly.
For free.
For free. Okay, we'll see if you know.
No.
She'll figure that out.
No.
I don't know. Like, you're a big star, so she might, like,
she might do like a charity thing. It's like Make a Wish.
Or no, you know, that's her gift to you.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yes. But also, I just love the whole beat. It's like EDM, kind of gives me like that pop, like, ooh, yeah, I want to dance. Nobody loves. Yes, Charlie Wilson. So tell me about like your music career and like what you have planned.
I just started. I signed with Atlantic in December, and so we're just kind of sitting down and forming everything and kind of seeing where we want to go with it. With Nobody to Love, I spent all of 30 minutes singing that one line over and over again. Well, not even over and over again, just like perfecting it. So we're still trying to figure out what we want it to sound like throwback of disco and throwback of early 90s mixed with like some modern stuff at the same time with like maybe like a Diana Ross and like Donna Summer's track sample with like DJ White Shadow or someone very current right now doing something as a producer.
So tell me about some of your musical influences then, growing up. Cause you're 90s baby.
I am not like 90s baby, but I was born in 92.
Yeah.
So I was like a 90 baby.
Yeah, you're like very, So like the 2000s are like your heyday.
That's what I remember. Like I have a remembrance of that stuff. I loved Luther because I listened to all that my mother listened to and gospel. So gospel was a giant influence for like everything because I really thought that gospel music was the only music that was around growing up because I was in church every day. Okay. Every day. So like Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So I was sitting there at choir rehearsal for the kids, the adults, the young adults. I was at prayer meeting, Bible study. So all I knew was gospel music. So that had like the biggest toll on me forever because my father was a deacon and my mom was like in the choir. So that's about it. And that's kind of where I molded myself vocally from. I can sing for hours and not get tired. Just keep going. So that influenced me with like Mary and Deanne Warwick and Miss Whitney Houston, like all of them, and Shaka Khan, who she can sing all the way down and sing it all the way back up and still never be affected vocally at all. And I think that's what I love about it. And Donna Summers and everyone. I love all the really good greats because they were the only ones that sounded like me. In a sense. Now there's not too many people that sound like me. I have like Jennifer Hudson that sounds like me, and I think that's basically, and Amber Riley. Like we're the only ones in our lane that sound like each other. I can say that I sound somewhat like Fantasia, but she sings two down for me. Yeah. But I love her regardless.
Okay, so let's talk about Glee.
Okay, what do you
Next season.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the last season, right?
Praise God. I mean, no, it's just like, you know, every good thing has to come to an end, and it's just like, you look at a TV show that's been on for so long and has affected people so much that you start to question, where else can it go? What else can it teach? What else can we learn from it? And I feel like 6 seasons, 6 years of one thing, of showing every angle of a high school student's life from a high school student's perspective is beneficial, but at the same time, you have to remember that you have to go away from high school in a sense. Right. And you have to grow up. And we've learned that with going to New York on the show and just kind of summing up of just becoming an adult. And you literally covered all the aspects of life, from being teachers and what their struggle has gone through, and being a young adult in New York and knowing that struggle, and being a teenager. So I feel like every good thing must come to an end in a sense, really. Yeah. And then you know, you got a record deal. And you know, she's busy. Yeah. She's very busy. No, but I hoped that the character comes back next season and we see what her life has been like without the Glee Club, in a sense, because that's how we left the high school and the Glee Club at the end of last season. So how much is your character like you in real life? We're not alike at all. Okay. We're the same, actually. Okay. We're the same person. I don't understand. It's just like, sometimes I'll open the script and I'm just like, oh, I did this when I was 10 years old, like catfish. I catfished someone. I'm honest about it. I don't care. I did. Because they made me mad.
Okay, so tell me the story.
There wasn't a story. I literally just catfished them and then told them that I catfished them because I was just, well, I didn't know it was catfish. I was like, well, that was me, and you told me A, B, C, D, and E, F, G.
Well, who were you pretending to be?
Some like random person.
Did you find their picture like in Google Images or something?
I didn't even know. I think we used like a picture of my cousin or something.
Okay.
Yeah, someone. I keep it in the fam.
Okay.
Keep it in the fam. You don't want to be using someone else's picture because that's just adding another bit. No, too much.
Too much drama.
Too many variables.
So like, what is kind of like the art of catfishing? Like, how do you become a good catfish?
I don't know. I only did it once. Okay. I feel like if you're a really good catfish, you like can create like backstory. You're like an actor. You can create a backstory. Where this person went to school, how old they are, their family members, how many sisters and brothers they have, like things like that. I feel like that, in my opinion, not that I'm catfishing every day of my life, but in my opinion, like you have to come up with a full backstory so you don't get caught up, but you have to remember everything.
Right.
You can't just be like telling one story and then they ask you about it and you be like, ooh, I forgot.
So let's talk about like how progressive Glee is.
It's so progressive. I mean, I was the first teenage transgendered high school student in America on television. Oh, that's a lot to remember. But it's so fun. I mean, like, we started off the show with just having Kurt Hummel, not Kurt Hummel, Chris Colfer, who plays Kurt Hummel, being like a pivotal gay teenager in high school on television that just showed, that kind of paved the way for everyone else that was on the show. And even like just having gay actors on television, it helped for that as well. Me and Jane Lynch and Chris Colfer just kind of going for it in that sense. And just shining a light on things. And even with having Lauren Potter, who plays Becky Jackson, the cheerleader with Down syndrome. It's just like we've actually hired someone that has Downs and is acting and just being so pivotal and being just a role model for everyone just like her and everyone that's just like Unique and everyone that's just like Jane and everyone that's just like Chris. Just someone on TV that everyone can watch on. And I think that's what I appreciate most about the show is we're actually going out and we're going out of the way to speak up for everyone that's just like the character and have them have a voice and in the media and such a widespread of it because the show is all over the world and people all over the world can look at it. I get tweets from people like, oh my god, we love you in Argentina or we love you in Brazil. It's so like you never would think about countries like that and just you would think that Glee's just in America, but it's actually everywhere. So
let me just ask you then, how important is it to you for everybody to kind of understand like the trans community, right? Because like Laverne Cox has like made it her platform, and I know you probably heard of Janet Mock too, right? And they've kind of gone and tried to like educate people. It's just something very kind of complex for people to understand if they're not trans. And even for trans people, I think when they were first, you know, coming to realization or, you know, doing their transition, something difficult to deal with because in society we're so male or female and people just don't really understand. So how important is that to you to kind of educate people? And
that's my biggest thing. I love, because people, I used to say this a lot, when people don't understand something, their first instinct is to hate it and to not like it. Like for me, I never understood math, so my first instinct was to hate it. I don't like it, I don't want to do it, I don't want to learn anything about it. But I feel like if you spend the time to sit there and educate yourself on it and learn about it, you come to more of an understanding of it. And I think for me, going out and teaching people about people that are of trans or even gender non-conforming people, it's more educating them on that and what the struggle is and the truth of it. Not even just the struggle, but the truth of it, what the person's going through mentally and throughout their whole entire life, their life journey. That's something that they have to fight with. Not that you have, we don't need to burden you with our struggles at the same time and their struggles, but you have to understand that just like what you were going through in your life, whatever it may be, someone else is going through that same struggle, but it's personal to who they are. And I feel like the more and more people are educated towards that sense of it all, the more understanding they get of it.
What do we have coming up in the near future?
Okay, so we have an album that's going to be absolutely amazing. I get to work with some amazing people, which is so much fun for me to like work with Diane Warren and her, like you hear her name and you're just like, oh, sure, you got to work with her. That's fine. But just like working with these people and making my own baby that I have, instead of going in for 30 minutes for a Glee song and singing on that for countless minutes, and then going in for my own song and spending the time to develop the sound and make it perfect and do the background vocals and the ad-libs and all the good stuff. And so that's coming out, and then I really want to do some Broadway. Yes. I really want to do Broadway. I had a meeting with my agents here because I work deal with everyone in Los Angeles. They were like, so what do you want to be in? I was like, everything. Just do it around. I will spend the whole year doing 2 shows a month.
On a serious note, coming up, I think July, it will be like the 1-year anniversary since Cory passed away. What was like your fondest memory of him?
My fondest memory of Cory was my very first scene that I ever filmed with Cory Monteith. We were in the library and I was crying because my parents, I was scared of auditioning and not getting the part that I wanted in the School Musical, which was Grease, and I was having the hardest time getting into a character because it was my very first, like, you have to have tears and tears have to come out of your eyes scene.
Right.
And I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna mess this up. And he said, it'll be fine, just take your time, and if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, that's fine. We have things that make that happen. And he was just so welcoming and warm and nice that I was just so happy to be a part of it. And I couldn't have asked for any other scene partner other than him. And he was just always open and nice and just such a kind-hearted person. You know when you meet someone that's just so nice and lovable that you're just like, you just want to be around them.
Right.
You just need to be around them, and he was one of those people, and that was like my indication that he would be one of those people. Hi, my name is Alex Newell, and you're watching GlobalGrind TV.
Talk about something I don't know, by the way. So I mean, I just think that that's what it is. It's like people want individuals to talk.
Everything, we didn't watch niggas get rich in the game, fall off in the game, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like taking all that with stride.